and accommodation.
Oh, I don't like it in here.
From a tight personal allowance of just £12 a day.
I don't have much money. 80,000?
At the end of each week, the two groups have met at a set destination and decided individually who deserved to be named Best Traveller that week.
Looks like this week's Traveller of the Week is Mary Claire.
Andrew.
Chantel.
Nathan.
Lewis. It's Chloe.
Nathan.
During their journey, there's been tantrums,
Backpacking like a peasant.
tactics,
All I had to do was throw in a few little lies and split the group and take 10 grand.
rivalry,
I've said many a times that I don't like you and I don't feel that we get along.
and romance.
I wanted to tell you that I really like you and stuff.
I think you're so sweet, you're so nice.
Over the weeks, two have left for good.
Absolutely knackered, falling to pieces, really.
Gareth went after only 3 days through homesickness and was replaced by Lewis.
It's my good luck for the trip.
And Andrew left halfway through due to a serious eye infection.
I would have loved to have been here for all of it. I really would have.
Oh, so sad.
Sad, innit?
Leaving those who've remained to embrace the backpacking way of life.
I don't really want to go back to civilization, to be honest.
Hello!
Now entering their final week.
This week, we will be travelling as a five.
I'm so happy.
We must travel to the Mount Kilimutu volcano.
Our five have one last chance to impress one another,
It's really pressurising, to be honest, and I think that's how everyone's going to feel.
as in just 3 days' time they must decide individually who among them deserves to be crowned Ultimate Traveller and take home the £10,000 prize money.
Oh my goodness.
It's the beginning of week 8.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, still alive.
This week, our 5 backpackers will travel together as one group to their final destination.
There's lots of spiders in there. Do you have the spray for... Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Before they begin this last stretch of their journey, the group decide to spend the night in a local hotel they've come across in the small town of Bajawa. This week, their only challenge is to get to Mount Kelimutu, their 8th and final destination. The volcano, known throughout Indonesia for its spectacular crater lakes, will provide the backdrop to their last ever meeting. And it will be here that they'll individually decide which one of them deserves to be made the ultimate traveller and take home the £10,000 prize money.
You bothered about the competition? You want to win it, didn't you?
I don't think I win the competition, but obviously we got to win 10 grand, so...
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about the meeting. Like, it's not going to be nice.
I vote for me.
Unlike in previous weeks, this week the group do not have to travel a great distance or undertake a challenging task. For the next few days, they have time to relax and reflect on the last 7 weeks, as well as consider the competition that lies ahead.
Oh my days! That's the biggest spider I've ever seen. That might bite.
Yeah, I think it does, you know.
Settled into their rooms and having come to terms with the resident creepy crawlies,
Get some food.
everyone heads out for dinner as one group for the first time in 6 weeks.
Oh, this is quite cute.
Wow.
I'm so glad we're back as a 5 just to round up the whole experience. I think it's just the best thing that could have happened today.
Yeah.
As much as decision making is a pain in the bum.
Aware that in a few days' time they must each decide who has been the best traveller of their 2-month adventure, talk quickly turns to the competition.
I found it quite difficult to look at the competition, look at this experience as a competition. Obviously it's something we've got to face now, but because we do have to face it, at least we're all going through the last week together. I suppose there's nobody that's not deserving, so it's not like there can be like a bad outcome.
Yeah.
Will anyone be disappointed if they haven't won?
Yeah, I will.
Oh.
You know, no one's going to
No, you
sit here
can't
and
say you don't
say,
wanna
I
win
don't
it.
want 10 grand.
Yeah, but
That's
I don't
just
think you'd be like
ridiculous.
gutted if you haven't won it.
Now if you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, as Chloe just said, I think anyone would feel a little bit disappointed.
But you could be happy for the person that you voted for.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Definitely.
Guys, I think we should have a toast to coming this far and having 1 week to go.
Don't spill my drink down it.
Down it.
I was a bit apprehensive about the final week. I kind of tried not to look at it as a competition up until now because I've kind of got to, but I'm more at ease with that because we are back as a 5. I think when you're really with the people, it's so much easier to make an accurate judgment, especially for the final week. We need to make a fair choice of who we're going to vote for, so it's the best thing that could have happened for us.
I'd really like to win the competition. I mean, anyone that says they don't want to win it is a little bit crazy. I'm not really sure who the main contenders are. I'm not just saying it, but I really do think I deserve it as much as anyone else, if not more. But I don't know if everyone's going to vote tactically or whether they're going to vote truthfully.
Coming up, 5 have fun in Flores.
Thanks, guys.
And winning is at the forefront of everyone's mind.
I genuinely feel that I do deserve it. I think it'd be a real shame if someone else come and poached it.
Hustlers University.
Hustlers University.
Hustlers University.
Want to learn about Hustlers University? There's a bunch of rooms to go into, and those rooms have millionaire professors.
You are taught by millionaires that answer your questions.
They give you everything on a silver platter.
It's maybe impossible to not make money if you follow what they say.
Not only having contact with actual multi-millionaires, being part of a community of students.
We all help each other.
It's a community.
People that are there for you.
We're all in there for one thing, and that's to make money.
I've already made my money back after the first day.
It's the following morning in Bajawa on the island of Flores.
Could someone put our bags on top there?
Now reunited as a 5, our travellers will spend their last few days in Indonesia travelling from Bajawa via Ende and then Moni to their final destination, Mount Kelimutu. Here, the group will officially meet for the last time and decide individually who among them most deserves the title Ultimate Traveller and the £10,000 prize. Today, the group embark on the first leg of their final stretch to Kelimutu, a bumpy 4-hour journey to Ende on Indonesian public transport.
How are you doing?
All right with 2 seats here. I'm so glad that you're just coming to ask me how I'm doing.
And several hours into their journey, Chantel falls fast asleep, unwittingly using the bus conductor as her pillow.
Chantel's leaning on his shoulder.
Aww.
She thinks you're still sitting next to her. Watch when she wakes
She will
up.
think it's me.
He seems to be getting quite cosy as well.
Think we should wake her up? I feel a bit bad.
Chantel. Easy friend.
Where was my head?
On his shoulder.
Oh, you're lying. Thanks, guys.
We're gonna leave you.
Eventually, after 4 long hours, the group arrive in Ende, much to everyone's relief.
That was well uncomfortable.
This is your girlfriend, yeah? You're gonna marry her? She's upset to be leaving you. Can you give her a cuddle? No, can you please? No.
After checking into the nearest hostel for their one night in Ende, the group head out to explore a nearby beach.
Is it really deep, Mary? And now throw him out! Throw him out
The sea's pretty powerful here.
Yeah, it is.
Drags you back, doesn't it?
With their final meeting looming, where a decision must be made as to who truly deserves the title of Ultimate Traveller, Nathan and Chloe realise that their 2-month Indonesian adventure is almost over.
Anything you're looking forward to getting back home?
I am looking forward to seeing my friends and family. and the food and my own beds.
And flushing toilets. And
Don't. I have been vocally a princess, but in practice I've just kind of done what everyone else has done.
Despite her struggles with basic accommodation and the odd tiff with several of her fellow travellers, 21-year-old Oxford University student Chloe heads into the final 2 days of the competition feeling positive about the last couple of months.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady.
Backpacking like a peasant.
That little lady.
Air conditioning, hot water, toilets. Toilet, a proper toilet.
Me and Chloe can't sleep anywhere unless she's happy with the pattern on the bed sheets.
I'm gonna bitch and I'm gonna whine and I'm gonna moan.
Sometimes, like, she does things that just bug me.
Well, do you think I know?
I don't like you and I don't feel like we get along.
This has got really out of hand and silly.
Don't patronise me.
She's just a princess and she's spoiled.
This is such a hard experience to be with a group of, to be honest, strangers. Wow. I think I have surprised myself because I never really thought I'd see this through in the way that I have done. I thought that, you know, there'd be a lot of times when I'd be saying, oh, I don't want to do that. Good night. I don't really want to go back to civilization, to be honest. Found the travelling bits, some of which that I thought, you know, I might, you know, shy away from, like staying in the village, the most rewarding parts. And, you know, working in the school was also really, really wonderful and rewarding in a way that I never imagined it would be for me. So now I've kind of realised that the meaning of the word travel really isn't five-star resort. So I think in that sense I have, you know, opened my mind up to a lot. To say Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih for everything. I've kind of realised that the way people see me some of the time is that I'm just, you know, the blonde, posh girl. So I just don't think I'm going to win it. But I would definitely go home on that plane and be raving with joy if I won £10,000. So Nathan, what did you think of me when you first met me? I find it would be interesting to know.
Well, at first I thought that maybe you would struggle a little bit because obviously you didn't like the accommodation and stuff, and I didn't think I'd get along with you as well as I have, because I'm sure that none of your friends are like me and you're a lot different from...
Yeah, actually that's true. No, none of my friends are like you. Why did you want to do this in the first place?
I never really get out of where I'm from and that, and everything's just a routine really, and just I wanted to experience something new, and I didn't think I'd get as much out of it as I have.
I can definitely see a difference in the Nathan that arrived at the market in Jakarta and the one that is now here on the beach with me. I can definitely see a difference.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
With little knowledge of anything outside Bermondsey in southeast London, 19-year-old Nathan arrived in Jakarta with concerns he'd never adapt to the Indonesian way of life. 2 months down the line, and he's learnt the language, immersed himself in the culture, and is arguably the most popular traveller within the group.
This road is madness. Oh my days.
Oh my days.
Oh my days. I look sick. Ah, my trainers. There's some girl Mary Claire I like. Oh,
that's what it is.
That's your words, mate, not mine. Like, she looks real nice in her bikini, but I was finding it hard to keep my eyes on other things. Are you the man with the minibus? Does anyone speak English? No. Berapa harganya?
25.
25. See that? I understand that, yeah. Thank you, Terima kasih.
Good shout. Good shout.
Terima kasih, terima kasih. Terima kasih.
Thinks he's Indonesian.
I'm a right tourist today, boys. This experience has definitely given me the want to do more travelling. I never thought I wanted to travel before. I feel like I have achieved something in just embracing the culture of Indonesian stuff. It has opened my mind up to different people and their views as well. I'm definitely going to take other people's views a lot more seriously and just know that I'm not the only person in the world. The world don't revolve around me. With views like this, it's going to be brilliant. I think that I just really am going to be a better person when I leave here. I really want to win this competition. It would mean a real lot to me in terms of
not only the prize, the cash prize, but also the title Ultimate Traveller. But I do genuinely feel that I do deserve it. I think it'd be a real shame if someone else come and poached it.
I think it's so strange that in 2 days this will all be over and you know, one of us is going to go home as like the winner. Like,
Over 7 weeks ago, Marie-Claire and Chantel met for the first time and since then have become best friends. As the day draws to a close, the virtually inseparable duo also accept that their time together in Indonesia is coming to an end.
I'm pleased that I've got through this experience. Like, there's been times that I wanted to go home. I thought I just physically wouldn't be able to cope. All my friends were like, don't expect to win and just don't come home in the first week. So definitely surprised with myself.
For self-confessed diva Chantel, the last 2 months have proved that for a girl obsessed with her looks and material possessions, letting go and learning to embrace the simple life is easy if you let it be.
I know like it's Indonesia, but I don't know like where that is. I think you're posh part of London. Very Hackney. I wanna go back. Everything I love, but then to know. I think me and Mary are like the local celebrities of the day. I'm the chef. Woo! Art some leg bowl, or I'm not getting enough. I actually don't think I can do it no more. Are you the chief of the village? Yes. Oh! With the gangster of the village. Oh. Before I came out to Indonesia, it was like, kids, I hate them, get them away from me. But now I love all of these. There's about 1 million of them here, and I love them all. They're really, really cute.
I think there's been a massive change in you in terms of your attitude.
I do feel like I've learned a lot from being here because I've lived like in a whole different world and you have to deal with new things all the time. I've had loads and loads of time to think. It makes me appreciate so much more stuff. Like when we went to Mount Bromo and we was like walking up like loads and loads of stairs and we just watched the sunrise. That was probably better than going on any shopping spree or going out and staying out late. I'm really pleased we came. Worth waking up for. All my friends call me diva at home, but I do think I've changed. I feel like I'm still the same Chantel, but I'm definitely more tolerant, and I think I find it easier to live with other people and kind of be more understanding to other people's needs. Guys, you want to come? We're going now.
It's morning in Ende.
Hey, let's take tomorrow.
And the last full day before tomorrow's all-important final meeting where the Ultimate Traveller will be named.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Our 5 travellers are up early. Today the group must make the short trip east to Moni, a stone's throw from Mount Kelimutu, where they'll check into the last hostel of their trip. To get to Moni, the 5 decide to pull some of their travel allowance and book a local minibus.
Yeah,
Oh, this is...
What is this?
This is good, man.
And to their surprise, it arrives kitted out with the latest mod cons.
You're the most toned deaf people I've ever heard. You've somehow made this song even worse than it could possibly be.
After a noisy and entertaining hour-long journey, the group arrive in the remote village of Moni and check into a hostel they've picked from their guide.
Final destination.
Do you have rooms available?
For 5 people.
For 5 people.
5 people, yeah.
So, is there 3 beds and 2 beds?
After almost 8 weeks on the road, this is the last time our now seasoned backpackers will check into a hostel together.
Oh my god! Wow, look at, it's like a giant bathroom. We can all shower together.
Can we all shower time? Shower time!
With less than 24 hours to go before the final meeting, the pressure of making the decision as to who most deserves to win Ultimate Traveller begins to show.
This time tomorrow we'll be at the group meeting and it'll be decision time.
I might get my own room and then get my pen and paper out and just start doing the pros and cons for each person.
Since his arrival over 6 weeks ago, 24-year-old laid-back Lewis from Leeds has remained cool, calm and collected throughout the competition and has won over his fellow travellers with his dry sense of humour and desire to make the best of the experience.
How you doing?
How you doing? What's your name?
Lewis.
Darn it.
Oh, really nice, thanks. This is horrible.
What's your favourite song, Lewis?
I Will Survive. Hello. Yes. I don't like either of you. Oh no. That monkey just had a quickie. You touch the nipple, you get extra. First meeting everyone, you've got like Andrew, who's just like, what is this guy? You've got Nathan, who was just like an aggro little cockney guy. Chantal and Mario just like giggling away, laughing. I was like, oh no. And then Princess Chloe, I was like, this is gonna be the longest however many weeks of my life.
Lewis, how do you feel about the week ahead? Are you looking forward to spending it with me and Mario?
I'm fine about the week ahead. But come to this end stage now and like everyone's kind of chilled out now, everyone gets on a lot better, so you can find common ground and get through it. That's one thing I've learned from this. Your face will be there before we are. Being here travelling has given me a lot of time to think about how my life was back home. I just realised I waste a lot of time. I'll just be sitting on the sofa watching TV for hours and then just think there's people in villages constantly just working to stay alive kind of thing, and I'm just sat around watching nothing just for hours. So yeah, I'll get back and probably just be more active, just do more things. It's really like made me think about how big like the world is and what's to see, and just go get involved and see it all, see as much as I can.
Coming up, the pressure gets to Marie-Claire.
I just hate it as a competition.
Today, one of us must be awarded the title Ultimate Traveller.
And the 5 battle it out to win.
Oh my goodness.
Buckle the fuck up. This is the smartest thing you've ever done. This is going to be about business. Everything I know about making money. Nobody goes to university and leaves knowing how to get rich. And if you look at all the richest people in the world or all the most successful people, they'll say, I didn't go to school, or I quit university, I dropped out. Because you're not learning anything about getting rich. I don't know about you. All I ever want to do is get rich. I didn't give a fuck if I got rich breaking rocks or got rich being a professional fighter. I didn't care. I want money. Congratulations, you're about to learn. This is no nonsense, no fluff, the hardest hitting presentation given by a multimillionaire on how to make money in history. We're cutting the garbage, we're getting down to it. 100 business lessons I've learned across my business career. Your worldview is about to change forever. Hold on tight, we're about to get rich. Right here, Hustlers University.
It's mid-afternoon in the remote village of Moni, Flores. And the day before the final meeting. Tomorrow the group must climb Mount Kelimutu. Here they will decide who among them most deserves to be called the Ultimate Traveller and win the £10,000 prize.
Lewis, you want some of my noodles?
While the rest of the group finish their lunch at a local restaurant,
I've seen a bit in it.
Ciao, ciao.
Nathan and Marie-Claire head out to explore the tiny village of Moni.
It's nice, isn't it?
This is so pretty.
And reflect on what they'll both take from their 2 months away from home.
It's so good that we have all made such good friendships.
Definitely. I reckon I'm good friends with everyone. I didn't think that would be the case a couple of weeks ago with Lewis and Chloe as well, but...
Well, and I think all of us have just realised, you know, you don't have to see eye to eye with somebody to get on with them.
I reckon everyone's grown up a lot.
We were both the youngest in this, so I think we had the most grown up to do. I've not even experienced the real world yet, really, because I'm literally just out of school now.
Where are you living in a... In the fake world, yeah.
Yeah. And a wee Scottish bubble.
For 18-year-old Marie-Claire, travelling across Indonesia was a way to break free of the constraints of a strict upbringing back home in Scotland. During her 2-month journey, she's embraced the freedom of travel, the culture of Indonesia, and the boys in Bali.
I've never seen anybody who's gorgeous as him in my whole life.
Poor old Nathan.
Who's Nathan? There's chewing gum and a condom.
That is so foul.
Please tell me that someone's taking the mick outside. I love it here. I love it.
It's called head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Oink, oink. This whole thing's been an eye-opening experience for me. I've loved the not knowing where we're going to be going, what we're going to be doing, who we're going to be travelling with. For me, it's about being here and being in a different culture and like just taking everything in. What I've kind of found is instead of being like, oh my goodness, like I take stuff for granted at home, it's kind of more like, oh my goodness, I don't have what they've got. When I have tea, like at home, I just have a microwavable meal in front of the television by myself. I know. I'm just out of school, I'm the youngest person here. I've not really experienced real life and doing things by myself. I've not ever had like proper responsibility, and for me, this is just what this has allowed me to do, and it's just been such a great experience. It actually doesn't even look real, it's so beautiful. The thing I'm just finding the most difficult is seeing it as a competition, and it just doesn't make sense that any of us would get a title of Ultimate Traveller or win money for doing this. We've all made such different achievements and we've all got so much out of it. Why would any of us get rewarded for doing that? Because like, who's to judge it? We're all so different and we've all got such different things out of it. I don't understand how any of us could say that we've done better than any of the rest of us, because it's just been so different for each person. So it's just stupid, to be honest. I've just had such a good time, and I just wish... I just don't understand why any of us would get £10,000 for doing this.
For Marie-Claire, the competition is something she must quickly come to terms with, as tomorrow, all 5 must vote for the person they want to win Ultimate Traveller.
It's actually painful.
It's like having a shower, really cold.
It's 3 in the morning in Moni, Flores.
The only other time that I'm awake at this time is if I'm leaving rave.
And all 5 travellers prepare for a sunrise hike to the location of their final meeting, where they'll decide who from the group will win Ultimate Traveller.
I think we are all a bit apprehensive and just a bit unsure of what we're going to go into, but we've kind of got to face it because we've all got to make a decision. I know now what I'm kind of looking for in the person who I'd like to win, and it is somebody that has added to the experience for everybody.
It's not a pleasant feeling being up at this time and knowing that we've got to make decisions.
Being honest, if I could vote for myself, I think I would vote for myself, because I do think I'm deserving of the title, so I just want to go for it.
Ready, girls?
We are ready to go.
First, they must climb to the top of Mount Kelimutu. The volcano, best appreciated in the early morning light and famous for the 3-coloured crater lakes at its summit, is a sacred and renowned wonder of Indonesia.
Should we go?
And it's here where our 5 experienced backpackers must decide, individually, based on the last 2 months, which one of them deserves the title of Ultimate Traveller.
I've got butterflies in my stomach about the thought of actually giving the prize away to someone that I don't really feel deserves it as much as me. Maybe that's just a big-headed thought, but I really do feel that I deserve it.
A few hours, someone's going to be the winner.
10 grand. You've got to vote for someone to win 10 grand. It's like, what do you do? But I think you just got to not be fazed by it and just do your vote and then just sit back and see how other people vote. It's out of your hands once you've done yours. So bring it on, let's see what happens.
See where this lake is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Where's the red
How
one?
did it get that blue? I would absolutely love to win this in terms of the money, because I think it's just, for me, the trip itself has been great. And so, you know, winning a 10 grand would just be the icing on the cake, really.
As Nathan is the outgoing traveller of the week, it falls to him to chair this final meeting.
Today, one of us must be awarded the title Ultimate Traveller and win the £10,000 prize.
Oh, I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Before voting begins, all 5 have one last chance to convince the others why they deserve to win. Marie-Claire goes first.
I think I've just had such an overwhelming experience. Everything about it I've fully embraced and really enjoyed. I've gone on quite a personal growth as well, that I've found I'm like quite a bit more mature than I was when I started off. I feel like I have tried to make it into more of a group effort. You know, I've had a good impact on the group as a whole.
Since like day one when we all started, I think I had the biggest bag. Probably everyone saw me and they probably thought, oh, she can barely pick up her bag. And they probably thought, oh, she's going to be the first to go. But quite quickly, I changed people's opinions on me. Throughout the whole time I've been here, I have been myself. And I think that's the main thing, to be yourself but grow as a person. And I definitely have grown through doing the task. So I do think I am a deserving candidate for the title.
I think that I deserve to win the title of Ultimate Traveller for a few reasons, really. I didn't think that I'd take to it quite like I have. I didn't think that I would be so active in decision-making and pushing for different accommodation, really voicing my opinion, and despite not wanting to stay in many a hostel, I kind of did do that. And you know, the village, I didn't ever think I'd be so at home in a place that's so alien to my home, but I absolutely loved it.
I think, firstly, I had it the hardest coming in at a late stage. It did take me a while to get into it, but once I got used to everyone and relaxed, I think I've tried to make us all have a bit of a laugh, bring a bit of light relief to the whole group and stuff like that in tricky times. I've also, with the travel challenges, just got stuck into any of them, not moaned about them, just got them done, so that's why I could be in the chance.
From day one, I've always been up for everything. I think that I try to speak to everyone in Indonesian. I get on with everyone as well. Before I came out here, I never wanted to travel or nothing. I just thought it was just a different place. What's so special about it? But this has made me realise what more there is out there. We're sitting on a volcano right now. Like, it's just, I've never done that in my life, so just really feel that I've changed and become a much better person.
With their cases made, the time has now come for the 5 to cast their votes for who they think should be crowned Ultimate Traveller and win the £10,000 prize. But before each person can publicly name the person they want to win, they must first confirm their decision in writing.
So here's the ballot sheets.
And then rank each of their fellow travellers in order of preference.
The person we rank first will receive 10 points, second will receive 6 points, third 4 points, and fourth 2 points.
If, when all 5 have publicly announced who they want to win, there is a split vote, then the chair must return to the ballot papers and add up the total number of points awarded to those in joint position. And the person with the most points will then be declared the Ultimate Traveller.
Oh no, scary times.
Now it's time for the group to individually reveal which person they believe is truly the Ultimate Traveller. This must be the person they ranked first on their ballot sheet.
So Marie-Claire, who would you want to win?
The person that I want to win is Chantel. She's made this experience what it is for me. I've just got so much out of being in her company from the very start. Without getting too upset, you meant so much to me on this. So.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
I'm really getting sad now.
I'm quite nervous now, which is really weird because I think it's good nervous, it's excited nervous. Okay, the person that I would like to win is Nathan. You've been so positive and enthusiastic throughout. I think, you know, you've come on a massive, massive journey, and it's been so nice to kind of be in your group and watch how you deal with things.
Thank you.
The person who I want to win is Marie Claire. She's been really supportive to me since I've been here. When I've been down about situations, you've picked me up. You've never been like negative about anything. You're always willing to give everything a try.
Thank you. What a cuddle now.
I know.
The person I'm going to vote to win is Chloe. It was difficult for me coming in late, and you're very welcoming and just like ease me into the group, and you've come a long way. Yeah, you've gone into every challenge with a positive way, so that's why I vote for you.
Thank you.
Nathan is the last to vote. Everyone except for Lewis has 1 vote each. Nathan must name the person he's ranked first on his ballot sheet. If it's Chloe, Marie Claire or Chantal, then one of the girls will win Ultimate Traveller and leave £10,000 richer. Or, as he's unable to vote for himself, if it's Lewis, there will be a 5-way split and a return to the ballot sheets.
The person I'd like to win is Lewis.
Oh my goodness.
Right, I'm just going to go count the votes.
With the votes split 5 ways, Nathan must now add up the points given to each person. The person with the highest number of total points will be crowned Ultimate Traveller.
I can now announce the runners-up. In 5th and final place with 16 points is Chloe.
Yay. High five.
In 4th place with 18 points is Marie Claire. In 3rd place with 24 points is Chantal.
Oh my goodness. Boys.
In joint 1st place
Oh my
with equal
goodness.
points of 26, myself and Lewis. But there can only be one Ultimate Traveller. You 3 must decide between the 2 of us.
Oh no. That is so weird.
I know. Come on, girls, let's go and have a chat about it.
Although Nathan and Lewis are unexpectedly tied on equal points, there can only be one winner, and it's down to the girls to decide who that should be.
So how are we going to do this?
Will we all kind of put forward a point for each person or something, maybe? And then we can just come to an overall decision.
This whole meeting's just been a nervous breakdown for me, mate. I've never been really that nervous before, except for West Ham FA Cup final.
You know they're going to lose.
Obviously, I voted for Nathan, but my number 2 is Lewis, and it's like it's now got me thinking about the whole decision process again, because it was really, really a close one for me between the 2 boys.
With Nathan, I think he's been quite constant, like, you know, I think especially with effort in terms of language and stuff. I thought that, like, out of all of us, he was the only one that kind of went and did that extra step.
I think Lewis is a strong candidate. I do think he has done really, really well.
He's always been like someone to rely upon, you know, and he takes everything in his stride, copes with everything, you know, he makes people laugh.
I feel with Lewis, my opinion changed quite a bit, but it kind of only changed in the last week, and I don't really know the real Lewis, I just know from what I've had in the last week. But with Nathan, I think we've kind of seen from the start that he's like such a character and stuff, so.
I do actually hope the girls hurry up and make a decision, because it's horrible sitting there and not knowing what's going on. Just...
So I think we've made our decision then. Should we go back?
Yeah.
You're coming back.
Good luck.
Good luck, mate.
After some hard deliberation, we've come to decide upon a winner. The person we want to make the ultimate traveller and reward with £10,000 is... Nathan!
Oh my daddy! Oh my God, I'm glad that it's over. Oh, thanks everyone for that. Oh.
10 grand, Nathan. £10,000.
And I won it, which is absolutely shock to me. I didn't ever think I was going to win it, and I still ain't actually hit me yet. I'm just speechless about it all, really. This morning, if you would have told me that, I would have said no way. Like, I just never thought I was going to win it. I won it! The title means absolutely everything to me. The prize means absolutely everything to me, and the experience means absolutely everything to me. I can't actually believe that I even got the opportunity to come on this, and now I'm sitting here as the winner, and I can't believe it's all over. It's really sad, but I'm really so happy that I won it. That was a mad ending though to it. I can't believe it actually has turned out this way.
I'm so happy that Nathan won. I'm so really over the moon. I think he has done the biggest journey here. I think he's just tried to get on with everything so much. He's integrated into Indonesian culture so well. I think he has changed the most out of all of ours.
I think I'd rather come last than come first loser, to be honest. I'm happy for Nathan, Chloe's happy for Nathan. It's like, I think he's definitely the most deserving winner here.
I can't believe it. I can actually buy some new clothes with it.
I'd found the whole competition aspect of this experience really difficult, but seeing Nathan's reaction to winning, it just made me think that it was just such an amazing thing that we've all done for him, and I'm just so happy for him.
Coming up,
Bye, Indonesia.
our 5 bid farewell to Indonesia.
This diamond watch, and I'm about to put this video in so you know I'm not lying. When I picked up this diamond watch, the guy who sells diamond watches said to me, man, I have so many of your students coming to me buying diamond watches. And my students were from Hustlers University.
So yeah, I just want to say thank you as well for all the referrals, because it's so nice to see that we're getting so many, like, well, friends of yours firstly, and also young guys from the university and, you know, from your friends and whatever, coming and buying diamond watches. I mean, 20-year-olds buying diamond watches is just crazy, right?
See, the young guys in Hustlers University, we got the young guns buying diamonds.
It's crazy. Honestly, this year we probably had about, it's at least 20. And 20 guys, at least most of them have been like early to mid-20s, and some guys in their 30s, but like jewellery, diamond watches, just wanting something custom, statement piece, obviously great for exposure as well. But it's just nice to see, because this year has just been like, well, I say this year, last year's been crazy, the amount of young money, people doing stuff, and being smart about how they make money. That's what you do, right?
That's right. So we teach people how to make money, and some of them listen, so obviously.
And the ones that listen, I see when they come to Dubai. They come here, they turn up in a Lamborghini, and they come and buy a diamond watch. It's like the starter's kit when you come to Dubai on holiday.
Yeah, that's right. Diamond watch and Lambo. It's got to be done. I kind of purport that idea as well. I kind of push it. Like, you know, get a Lambo, get diamond watches. But that's what money's for, it's spending. So,
and you've got to enjoy it.
Become Hustlers University. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your brain. And if you only exist amongst the money, you're going to end up with some money. Welcome to Hustlers University.
It's mad that we are packing for the last time.
It's morning in Moni, Flores.
I can't believe this is the last time we're packing. Like, it's actually sad, but
Yesterday, Nathan was voted the ultimate traveller and will take home the £10,000 prize money.
I'm not going to miss having to share a room every day.
I'm not going to miss your messiness either.
I'm not messy.
For the 5, the competition and their 2-month journey through Indonesia has come to an end.
I'm going to miss you so much. Really. More than anybody else on there.
I'm sad that we're going our separate ways. And I'm going to miss Mary especially because she lives really, really far from me, and I feel like we've become really, really good friends here, so it will be a bit sad going home. So this time next week, I'll be recovering from a night out with all my girlies. Nathan be opening a platinum gold account or something.
Got into my head now, I can't wait to get home and have some beans on toast.
It'll feel really weird for me to not have everyone around. Obviously, I've been with them for 24 hours a day for the last 8 weeks, so it's going to be weird to wake up in the morning and you're going to be like, where's Lewis, where's Chloe, where's everyone else at? So it will be really strange for me, but I'm sure we'll keep in touch.
With the money, the honourable thing to do would probably be split it, because we're joint first. It's up to you.
Hint, hint.
Goodbye, hostels.
Last time ever.
Hello.
Hi.
Final day.
As they wait for the minibus to take them to the airport, the group reflect on the time they spent together.
I'm sad. I'm really sad. I just think that going home is going to be a bit weird, and I just got used to it. I've got used to this, lifestyle.
I'll miss like having company with me like all the time.
I think when I get home, I'm gonna be forcing my friends to travel around London, and I'll set challenges, and you'll have 7 days to complete them.
It's the maddest thing I've ever done in my life, so I don't think anyone will forget it. Oh, there's the bus.
Oh my God, it's home time! Bar hotel.
Bye,
Indonesia.
This experience has been so amazing. It's been 10 times better than I could have ever imagined it to have been. Even now, reflecting back on the weeks we've had, we're laughing about the bad times and smiling about all the good times and things. So without a doubt that I'll remember this trip forever. I mean, how could I ever forget it?
It'd be weird going separate ways, but we've had our time, we've done this, we've all experienced it together, we'll all remember each other, and I'll definitely remember this trip forever. I think it's pretty much unforgettable, the whole experience.
I think when I get home, I'll appreciate things a lot more. This trip has given me some perspective, and I will be just maybe a little bit happier and a bit more contented.
Oh, we're here at last. We have arrived at the airport.
After nearly 2 months travelling over 2,000 kilometres through Indonesia, our backpackers arrive at Ende Airport to begin their journey home.
I feel a real sense of achievement since I've been out here. I think the experience was one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I'm really proud of that fact, and also I'm really proud of the fact that I won it, and can't wait to tell everyone and see how proud they are as well. So this is one of the greatest achievements I've ever done in my life. Madness, this, isn't it?
Nathan seems like a total belter. I think it'll be good fun.
Really, really nice, sweet, caring, nice guy.
If you see any nice birds, tell them I'm down that way, yeah? Sweet. No worries. Sweet.
This week has made me realise how close I am to you, and that you are a real good friend.
I think I arrived in Indonesia a bit of a boy, and I'm going to be leaving in some way towards being a man, I think.
Every single second you're not in Hustlers University, there are things happening, conversations happening that you're not watching, information that could be the one little piece of information you need to break out. It could be that one little sentence that changes everything. You're in Hustlers University and you're going to make money.